In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa. Elevate your new week, fuel your success. SSM invites you to kickstart each weekday with our news update Between the Lines, featuring the week's top news and analysis and the most attention-grabbing lines, deciphering world events. Hook up to SSM Monday program Between the Lines.
Yes, it's Between the Lines. Between the Lines, this beautiful Monday, 19th of January, 2026. I'm here. My Godwin, you are in the studio. How we say it is, in a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. So Schengen Story Media is that African portal. It's for Nigerians in diaspora. And we are, for now, I tell you, we are one of the most respected, trusted source for news updates on current affairs as it affects global Africa. Joining me also is a colleague all the way from London, UK, Dr. Olufemi Obakarunwi. How are you?
Hello.
I should have done that. I shouldn't have done that. You should do that. Come on, tell us, who's this?
Yeah, any way you introduce me, I'm comfortable with that. My name is Dr. Olufemi Obakarunwi, all the way from the United Kingdom, England. So I'm here with my very good friend and trusted colleague. You know what? Let's give it, like they say in Nigeria, woto woto.
Woto. First of all, Dr. Femi, let's join Nigerians to congratulate the national football team, the Super Eagles, for securing a bronze medal. At least it's something. It's worth it also. A bronze medal in 2025 African Cup of Nations. They defeated Egypt on penalties on Saturday, and it ended goalless. Then they had to go into penalty. So what will you say also, Dr. Femi? What will you say about this?
It's a good although we didn't actually get the cup, the gold, but actually we came third in our competition. And one good thing about that, we never lost a match throughout the competition, as in losing a match on the pitch, as in 90 minutes, 120 minutes. There was no loss of any match. So it was only through penalties that we actually did not go all the way. And we could see what happened in the final yesterday. The fair play is nothing. It's not in dictionary of the Moroccans. Fair play wasn't in it. So there were videos of intimidating incidents and also terrible officiating. But here we are. We are Nigerians. We are resilient. The Nigerian in us never give up. Yeah. But well done. Congratulations to the Super Eagles.
Congratulations to the Super Eagles. So once again, congratulations. We join Nigerians, we join every of your well wishers to say well done for securing the bronze medal at the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Do you think 2026, how will it go?
Yeah, I think it's something that will build on. In the past, we've had Super Eagles with ragtag teams, but I think with more settled, more balanced team now, you could see they have a pattern of play that is togetherness in the team. When you see the videos, when they laugh together, play together, there's no rivalry. It's more of a team, and then they tend to play together, win together, this together, and that's the spirit of that's the Nigerian spirit. When it comes to football, everybody gets on the pitch and we play together as a team.
Nice. That's the Nigerian spirit. Thank you, Doc. Thank you for that one. Okay, let's get into some of the news. Viewers, you're into Between the Lines this Tuesday, this Monday. We are here. Yes. Dr. Olufemi, I saw you brought that alert to us in the private chat. Federal government charges a one-time SAN federal government lawyer, senior advocate of Nigeria, they call him Mike Uzokome, over alleged use of forged documents in the London property dispute. I don't know why our senior people, so-called noble people of our society, will be getting involved in all of these scandalous acts. What do you have there? Tell us, what's that story about Uzokome?
Yeah, there's a charge on to the activities of Chief Ezekume as regards a property that was bought in northwest London. The property was actually is a block of detached house, which was bought in North London. Yeah, so it's a whole building. So this property was bought in a name, something tag or something. I can't remember exactly what the name is now. So it was bought in that name. The properties was bought fully purchased in that name, United Kingdom here. And actually the property in that name was supposed to be transferred to Chief Ezekume as a gift. But the land process and land transfer in this country require the documentation of that individual who did that. So there was no documentation for it because it was a fake process of buying the property. So therefore, what they decided to do was to come out to try to create an identity for that person in Nigeria with a Nigerian passport. So they try to acquire a Nigerian passport in that name so that they can use that as an identification for transfer of that property. And that was why it was snapped. So that's the genesis of that. So he applied for a Nigerian passport in that name and in his face with a different identity, and that's why the crisis is coming from. So actually, he purchased a property with a fake document, and that fake document they want to make an identification for it, and that's why the crisis is coming from.
Viewers, you're hearing this. Good background story. So for those that don't know who this man is, he's called Mike Uzokome, and he's a senior advocate of Nigeria. They say he's been held over. They're going through some criminal prosecution against him over alleged forged passport used in a contested UK property ownership case. Thank you, Dr. Olufemi has given us that background story. So, Dr. Let's now be general. When they say to whom much is given, much is expected. When we find ourselves in such esteemed position, I mean, it's wise to really trample very carefully over things, because eyes are on you. Some people are looking for downfall. Some people are well-wishers and all kinds of things. So why do we still have, most times, Nigerians caught up in all of this web of deceit, of scandal, why? What's this?
I think it's a case of because anything goes in Nigeria. When anything goes in Nigeria, the thing is, as everybody, they say in Nigeria, everybody has a price. So that mentality is what they bring into this kind of environment. So it's thought that it can get away with anything in Nigeria. But fortunately for him, the alarm actually sounded in Nigeria because things are changing. Things are changing. It might not be at the pace as we want it to, but things are changing. So the alarm actually went in Nigeria, and they actually alerted the British authorities here as regards that name does not exist. Because we have an NIN now, we have BVN, and we have a passport. So there's some level of verification that is very difficult for you to do. Even if you thumbprint now, it will alert it will raise an alarm on the system. Yeah. So we are getting the fraud aspect of the Nigeria is known for is actually being cleared. Gradually, we're not there, but we're not where we used to be. I used to say that. So it's how they. So sometimes so-called big men think they can get away with anything, and because of that, and this is where we find Chief Executive who actually is supposed to be above board. I look at the picture you have in there. Look at all the certificates and all the awards behind him, and look at where we find it.
Also, greed. Sometimes we tend to, Nigerians, we want to have everything. You have some good measures of wealth, and you still want more. So all of this wanting more could lead to all kinds of things. We remember other officials, other politicians are falling into all of this trap of wanting more, want to buy a house in the United States, want to buy property every part of the world, Okay, thank you very much for that, Dr. Femi. Dr. Femi, Kemi Badenoch is speaking to situations in your place. He says Trump's, we all know Kemi is the conservative leader in the United Kingdom, and she says Trump tariff threat on the UK over the Greenland is completely wrong. So Kemi is condemning Trump's Greenland tariff threats, warning that it will raise costs, hurt a lot of UK businesses, and undermine sovereign priorities and principles. Dr. Kemi, is she speaking from the right side, or is she just saying this because she wants to sound relevant to the issue? We know what Trump is trying to do in Greenland.
For once, Kemi is speaking. Excuse me. Kemi is speaking the mind of many Britons.
Okay.
For this Greenland incursion, it's a shame, and also Donald Trump needs to be cautioned, because I can tell you the cost of living crisis in the United Kingdom at the moment is unprecedented. It's unprecedented. So we're at the breaking point. For example, the union I belong to, University and College Staff Union, here, we went on strike last week for pay rise, and that is ridiculous. You find it also. Doctors were on strike in December for a whole week, and you have trained drivers also went on strike recently. These are people that hardly go. The doctors and the lecturers are people that hardly go on strike, and it is just how ridiculous it is. The cost of living. The moment United Kingdom today, the moment your salary hits your account, it's gone. So that's how it's just like people are living from hand to mouth. And if people like us are complaining, I could imagine people who are middle earners and or low earner, and those who are doing day job, those who are doing hourly rate pay. I could imagine what they're going through, and that's how terrible the state of economy is in the United Kingdom. Now to compress that and compile the Greenland tax on it, is at a breaking point. It's really at the breaking point.
Let's help our viewers. Our viewers were discussing plans, global plan, Trump's plan to encroach into Greenland. So now Trump is announcing that he plans to raise import tax on goods coming from Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Germany, and the UK. And this is because they all opposed to the proposal that he should take over Greenland sovereign power. But let me say this. He has plans for Greenland. Greenland is actually lying fallow, Dr. Femi. I studied the story and the country Greenland. Greenland is a vast, beautiful landscape and sitting on massive wealth of resources, natural resources. Nobody has come up with any idea for this, and he's coming up with this idea. Now, the plan he has is like a total. He's still considering that some NATO nations have interest in Greenland, so he's trying to also work it out mutually. But the thing is, Greenland has been in that hotbed of wealth, natural wealth, and years not been done. So if somebody is coming to develop a place and coming to bring change somehow to a land, a country, don't we think we should also give room? I mean, this will expand the country. This will bring development. This will bring a lot of things, you know. So it's not just about Trump, America trying to take hold of Greenland. What do you think? This is my own part, you know.
Yeah. Good. You should be a spokesman for Donald Trump. Now, can I tell you? Yeah, you don't want to develop my. You want to develop my backyard without my consent. One, you want to develop my backyard without my consent. Then you must have an ulterior motive. You want to invest into my backyard without my approval. Then you must have an ulterior motive. Yeah, so what's the ulterior motive for the American government to want to encroach into Greenland? Now, put that aside. If this had been taken to the United Nations and it was a joint decision and it was approved, and then America is leading the charge into Greenland, it's a different ball game. But this was an unilateral decision by the American government, not American government alone, by President Trump. He announced what he wants to do, and he thinks he can do anything and nobody can stop him. And that is wrong. That is wrong. Greenland is not part of the United States of America. So therefore, it does not have a moral right or the national strength to go in there. And it's just that shows how bully a state Trump is running. This is the typical American bully. That's is being seen here.
It's being seen. Okay. We probably didn't give the notice for this, but there's breaking news, Dr. Femi, and I think you're always very resourceful and prompt to a lot of things. There is a strong agitation from the north of Nigeria. The north have a group, a council called the Northern Elders Council group, and they have the band there, Dati Ahmed's senior brother. Now, there is a strong agitation going on this morning. It's been going on since Friday, thereabout. And in fact, planned protests are also being arranged. They say they are bringing the gold refinery to Lagos. Meanwhile, the north is where you get the gold. Now they want to come refine Lagos. So they're kicking against it. We know the natural resource minister, Dealake, he's doing a great job anyway. So this is the story around that thing. It's just a breaking news. I don't know if you've got some information on that. Do you have anything? Have you heard that agitation by the Northern Elders on stop bringing the refinery to Lagos?
Yes, I don't have the expected deeper knowledge into the agitation, but I read somewhere doing the investigation of Dele Alaki as the as one as international forum for natural resource ministers recently. And one of the things they said was that in the past we've had oil from the west, from the east and southeast, and refined in the north. There was nobody queried that, nobody questioned that until that refinery broke down. For decades, it was done. It was refined in the north. There was oil was got from the southeast, south, and was refined in the north. Nobody queried that. But the challenge they had, they said the challenge they have from the refinery of the gold in the north is one, the of insecurity and the fact that it is not limited to the north anymore. The bulk of the gold that's been found in Nigeria is not from the core north anymore. So therefore, and the cost of running. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Hold tight. I like what you said, but let's help our viewers. They're joining us. They're watching. Our viewers. The story is that yes, gold. The north of Nigeria has a large deposit of gold. It's a known fact.
Yeah.
So now, the finery, they are coming to put the finery where the gold will be processed, refined, and sold, distributed in Lagos. So the North are saying no to this. This is what we're discussing. So go ahead. But now let me ask you. Let me say this. It is not. It's also interesting that we are coming to put the refinery in Lagos. Why not? Because that would mean cost of transportation, cost of logistics, so many things. Why not have it right there? What stops us from having that refinery in the same place that is being extracted, in the same place that is being mined?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, the cost of, you said cost of transportation. We want to compare the cost of transportation to the economy of scale that the industry will get from being located where the ports, where industrial community is, and where the demands are of the highest. And that is where that was the reason behind that. So the facilities that will enhance the industry are readily available in that hub. And the hub, they don't just locate it in Lagos, they are located in the trade zone. They want to locate in the trade zone in Nigeria, in Lagos. And when they do that, there are a lot of economic of scale that will work towards that. Unlike when you want to go and start that company in a place where a lot of other facilities that will require for that to work will just need to be provided for that. So the provision of the factory itself or the processing plant itself does not stand on its own. It needs other factors to make it work. And those factors are readily available. That was the excuse.
What the elders are saying, what the northern elders are saying is because it's APC government, and Tinubu's government. So he's trying to take most of these federal infrastructures and everything back to the southwest. This is what they're saying, and there's, like I said, there's a strong agitation. They are not. They are saying it loud. They're saying it very clear. And okay, go ahead. Yes, let's hear more on what you want to say.
This is my challenge. This is my challenge with Nigerians. Anything is either giving a tribal coloration or ethnic coloration or political coloration. Nothing is being ever seen to be perfect. So when Buhari was building this second Niger bridge, was he building for the northerners? No, he was building for the easterners and easy for Nigerians. Then Nigeria is building Nigeria is building the Abuja Sokoto highway. Is he building it for? He was building for Nigeria. The problem I have with Nigerians, no matter where you build anything, no matter where you build any infrastructure, it belongs to Nigerians, and it is going to work for Nigerians. The moment you start, when you'll be building in my region, then we are still beginning to see region and power play based on where something is located. For example, for many decades, the Nigerian Defense Academy was in the north. Until recently, there's been duplicated in other zones, the 6 regional zones of Nigeria. It does not change anything. It's still a mission command. So all of a sudden, the Northerners that were been sitting on this industry for so many years, that did not build a factory for many decades, all of a sudden, when this factory is going to be built, all of a sudden they realize that it is against their movement. Why didn't they build it when they are in government? So sometimes when I just see agitation for the purpose of agitation, it's just these people are just bunch of never do well. So I don't play minds with them.
Okay. Well, we have to play minds with them because they are coming strong against this plan of mounting the.
They always do that. They always do that to everything. So, do you know something? Yeah, let me just jump. Let me just jump into something now. Do you know when they started the Lagos Calabar highway? You know this same Northerners, these Northern leaders rose up and said, "Oh, it's a waste of money." But when Minister Umai listed the number, the hundreds of kilometers of northern roads that are being built in this capacity, if you put them together, it's triple the number of the distance that the Lagos Calabar highway cover. That's what shut them up. And they were already playing, we're spending so much on this. That's the kind of people they are. They always see negative in anything that comes to other parts of Nigeria. And meanwhile, when they were in government, they did nothing. They just impoverished the people. So when you do something, all they always do is run it down. And who are the people? Dr. Ahmed and Co. Dr. Ahmed and Co. Please let's change subject. This kind of people, they don't see anything good in anybody except when they are in office. He's never seen anything good in any government that comes from the south, from down the south. He's never seen anything good.
Anyway, let's keep our eyes on that story because the plan, the protest, the kicking against that project is getting louder and stronger, and they are doing that also by making their people believe that it is now exceptional, one sectional thing. Okay, so let's go on. Thank you very much, Dr. Femi. Let's look at some other stories before we go on a short break. But we'll start with this one. There's a story here, Dr. Femi, that Nigerians and Ugandans, Kenyan, a couple of African countries are being trafficked and forced into recruitment of army recruitment in both sides of Russia and the Ukraine war. It's a very serious observation that have come out, and we don't know. I wish Dr. Godwin from Russia was here today to put some light into the story. But let's see this clip. Let's see these clips, and we'll talk about it.
While arguing on the flag, that's when we'll get to the point. That's my mission. I know that this is my final destination. So we get to the point 8. I saw some people on the ground too. They have died. I started calling my God. So he handed over me with 2 white men. So everybody was like scared on his own. All my thought was in that too. Having money of my own wife. That is why I came to Russia.
So, hello my people from Africa. I've taken this opportunity to record this video for you. As you can see that I'm wearing a Russian uniform right now. It happened, I can say it's a mistake, but it might be a life lesson and maybe might be helpful to others. Russia will keep on recruiting people from Africa, and not only Africa, but the rest of the world. But the fact about there is that he will be lied about huge amount of money, like 1 million rubles, but unfortunately that million rubles will not.
it's a long clip there, a collection of different people from both sides. It's not just Russia, it's also Ukraine, it's the two sides, mass recruiting, trafficking Africans into forced recruitment of armed soldiers. I hold what you're going to say. I know you have a lot to say, but let's do a small break. We'll be back.
Elevate your new week, fuel your success. SSM invites you to kickstart each weekday with our news update Between the Lines, featuring the week's top news and analysis and the most attention-grabbing lines, deciphering world events. Hook up to SSM Monday program Between the Lines. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
To know ADC, you see a handshake. A symbol that stands for belief, passion, ideas and creativity, service with integrity, confidence and commitment. We are the definition of democracy, your party, for you and by you. Every life is important, every right is respected. We promote friendship, cooperation and collaboration. We believe that when we work together, we make great things happen. With love and respect, we shake hands. Yes, we shake hands. Therefore, we say, ADC arise. ADC arise. ADNC arise and shine.
This message is endorsed by ADC 7th Zone, ADC-DN, African Democratic Congress, Diaspora Nigerians, Diaspora Network.
Yes, we're back. You're welcome back to the second part of Between the Lines. Between the Lines, 19th January 2026. Dr. Olufemi is there in London, UK. Dr. Olufemi, so these people say they are victims from Africa, from Nigeria, and claim that there's a deception by Ukrainians and Russians to recruit them into the army, vice versa. So these are serious allegations. So it's not a small thing, because The Hague, the World Court, the World Court has to look into this, and because they say the thing is they lie to them and tell them they're going for jobs. There's a well-paying civilian jobs for them in Russia, in Ukraine, but they end up being trained as soldiers and forced into the war. So what's your opinion on this, Dr. Femi?
It's a sad narrative here, and this is not the first time this is going to happen. It's happened in domestic slavery as well, not in Ukraine and in Saudi Arabia, in Malta, in some Arab countries as well. People are lied to, and then they be enslaved to work as slaves in homes, in communities where sometimes they end up dead and just throw their corpse away, and they end up in prostitution. And here the height of it is to be forced to go to war. And these guys who do not have any formal training to be soldiers are forced to, just as they were, as pawns for war, just war materials. So it's so sad that we've seen this, and this is coming out. And these are the countries that are supposed to be Western nations. These are countries supposed to be assumed to be developed nations. and they are doing it to human beings. This is so sad.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not something that is just in the periphery. It's an official position. Because for anyone to be recruited into the Russian army or the Ukrainian army or whoever army it is, it has a official position for the government. Government has somewhere in the confidential files, they've endorsed that. You can't just bring anybody into the army at that level without the government know of it. So it's sad. It's sad. It's a sad day for humanity.
And what they're doing is using the vulnerability and the poverty state of Africans
economic yes.
Yes. They see that they are vulnerable. They want to jackpot, like they say in Nigeria. Everybody wants to jackpot. So sometimes they don't even know that the jackpot they are going is too dangerous. And they end up in all of this. So, viewers, that's the story we're getting. Ugandans, Kenyans, Nigerians, and many African nationals are being recruited into both sides. It's not one side. Dr. Femi, it's not just Russia.
No, it's both sides.
Both sides. And it's terrible. So they are using our people as pawns, like you said, and capitalizing on their vulnerability to push them into something they never planned for. And the story, if you listen to the video, go ahead with it. There's a story of, like you said, of people dying. When they die, there's no proper treatment because these are just slaves. So when they die, they just put them, they are not well, they're not given any national burial or anything. They are not treated to any.
There's no record. Even there's no record of their death. There's no official record of their death. They just gone and just dump their bodies somewhere, and that's done.
That's done. Oh, sad. Okay, we hope the World Court and all of those bodies, the United Nations, will hear this and come to our aid, come to these young boys, young men that are being forced into this. We had our Vice President Shetima attend the Guinean presidential inauguration. That's Mamadi Doumbouya. Some people are saying this now reaffirms the ECOWAS leadership in Africa. What will you say? This small act of going to one inaugural plan, does it add anything to ECOWAS? Because we now see ECOWAS as a toothless bulldog, as I don't know. What do you say?
People can call it toothless bulldog or not, but sometimes I wonder what Nigerians expect when they say it's a toothless bulldog. Whenever there's a dissenting voice in ECOWAS, we see it as something to celebrate. But whether there's unity, we say, oh, they're toothless bulldog. It's not a toothless bulldog. When there was disunity, you could see how important the fact that there was peace and unity amongst them before. But when there was disunity, it was so glaring that challenges start coming into it because there was disunity. And you can talk about Burkina Faso, the countries that were controlled by militia, who they call themselves military government. They are militias. They're controlled by militias and junta governments who does not have any legitimacy of the people. And that is one of the things that ECOWAS said, we don't want military, we don't want junta government. Let the government be elected by the people. Let the people get rid of the people by themselves. Over the years, we get there as we did. So, but the challenge there is this: when peace reigns, we don't see anything good in it because it's just peace. This is a smooth transition, and what we're seeing is like the Nigerian government has gone there to celebrate democracy with a sister nation. So therefore, we should be expecting more of that, where there's a smooth transition from power to one person to the other, or thereabout. That's what should be celebrating. Whether it's toothless bulldog or not, it's up to whoever thinks it's toothless bulldog. What do you expect them to do? All of them to come to Abuja with a plate in hand, so that I can know there's not toothless bulldog, please. But good day say, good news is no in Nigeria. Good news is no news. Bad news. Let them not invite Nigerian government and say and tell them off. Then it will be good news.
Tell them off. Oh dear. Anyway, these are some catastrophic news coming this morning. We saw something very, we were wondering what could this be, what have led people to this. Let's see this clip, Dr. Femi. Let's see this clip that we talk about. Now, what we're saying, Dr. Femi, what we're seeing there is residents of a particular place in Lagos. We are shipping diesel as a tanker fell. You can see the tanker from the bridge. That part of Lagos is called Liverpool Bridge, Apapa in Lagos State. So this happened this morning, Dr. Femi, and these people were scooping. Now that whole place, and even to like 500 radius circle, that whole place is a bomb, an explosive landmine. Anything can happen there, and these people are all there scooping. Dr. Femi, when I saw that video, I was shaking my head like this. Don't they know what could happen there? I mean, any strike. I mean, you don't have anything to say.
Can I tell you? I've always said something, that most of I'm not saying everyone, most of Nigerians who complain of poverty is not because of they're poor or there's poverty, it's because we have terrible priorities. Now, look at this. Yes, our priorities are just wrong. Look at this. What kind of poverty will make you risk your life and put your life at risk for how much would they say diesel? How much? This is one too many of a strike there, and everywhere went in that place. We just went in flames, and all of them they die in minutes, all because they want to make cheap money. I tell you, in Nigeria, the problem we have is not leadership. The problem we have is followership. These are the kind of people you will say, "Oh, don't collect money for election." This one that will risk their life for fuel, for free fuel. It is not poverty. It is not poverty. It is greed. It is greed. What some of them don't even have vehicles that will use the diesel. They don't have the facility to use the diesel, but because they will sell it for someone and they make money from it, and the money they will use to go to club or go and drink mama put tomorrow. It's not like money for. Look at them. Look at the people. Look at what they are bringing out to collect the diesel. You will see that they don't have. Most of them don't have.
Imagine there was an explosion here. You're talking about hundreds of people.
Every one of them will be gone in minutes. In minutes, because the floor will be soaking wet with diesel, and any attempt to run, the fire will go along with them.
Now that we saw the video, when it goes further, you will see soldiers. There's a soldier man. We saw a serviceman, and they were all there watching, and these people were scooping. And moreover, this is when it pours on the floor, is now idolatry. It's now mixed up. So you're not. It's not even diesel as in diesel like that. It's now mixed up. Dirt, sand, particles, all this, and these people are scooping this thing.
They don't care. They don't care. They will tell you they will sift it, go and sell it. They don't even want to know where they sell it to. Whether their generator will break down, whether their cars will knock. They are not interested because they are not. All they want to do is cheap money, and that's why I say priorities are wrong. When you put your life at risk because you want to make cheap money, then your priority is wrong. It is not poverty. Listen, people have been poor in Nigeria before, and people will still be poor all over the world, but the priorities are wrong. Most of our priorities are wrong. And you see that is why you see people who put their life at risk for this. Someone say, oh, because they are poor. It is not poverty. It is priorities wrong.
Put their lives at risk for this. All right, thank you very much. You said some real strong things there. Now, let's put it straight in this network. Please, viewers, those of you that's watching now and those that will watch later, you don't do this. There is nothing interesting. There's nothing nice about this. Putting your life in hyper. This is hyper danger zone, because fuel, gasoline, all of these substances are inflammable. Any little boom, the whole place blows up. And the way it burns, it doesn't burn, it burns everybody at once. Even those people looking, there are some people looking that were not scooping the thing, but they were looking, and that's crazy. When it happens, they too will be part of it. They will suffer from the consequence. Standing there and looking. Because
the gas will also be in the air. The gas from there, the explosive gas will also be in the air. So it will not only spread on the floor, it will also the air, because the air is also polluted. It will spread rapidly because it needs a level of oxygen for it to go in flames. So anywhere the oxygen could spread with that, the flame will go with it. Houses, cars, human lives.
Anywhere the oxygen
spreads, it is sad. This is not only poverty. It is where your priorities are wrong. Where your priorities are wrong.
Okay. When your priorities are wrong, this is what happens. Dr. Femi, the other news we have, a time we might go out soon. But there's the update. Yesterday, I don't know if you heard about it. Last night, there was a massive speed train crash in Spain. Yes, 39 people were confirmed dead at the spot that time. But I think the numbers would have increased by now. Let's see a clip of it. We'll talk about it.
Passengers were heading towards the Spanish capital Sunday evening on a high-speed train when disaster struck only 10 minutes into the journey. The train ran by the Italian private rail operator left the southern city of Malaga at 6:40 for Madrid. It's still unclear what caused the accident.
I just thank God that nothing happened in our carriage. Everyone was helping each other. And I pray to God that everything turns out okay and that there are few injuries and fatalities.
The Andalusian health minister updated the media on what is known so far.
A long-distance train which was travelling between Malaga and Madrid derailed, going on to the adjacent track, on which another long-distance train was travelling from Madrid to Huelva, which also derailed. In addition, one of the trains fell down a 4-metre embankment.
The train operator has already stated that they've conducted their own technical checks. But with so many dead, rigorous independent investigations will be required.
The train has been inspected.
So with so many dead, also the country has, Spain has declared a 3-day mourning. A 3-day mourning starting from today, because the dead, that the number is high. Dr. Lupemi, these are some of the merit in technology. The speed train, Italy produces one of the best also when it comes to speed train. France, Italy, like you heard also, that was being powered by an Italian train company. So so this is one of those things that happen. So when it happens in Nigeria, I know people say, the government is the government's fault, but this comes from speed. They say it was on a high speed, so maybe it's the driver's fault or the machine's malfunction somewhere. What do you say? What could be? What will you about that accident?
First and foremost, I want to commiserate with the families and the loved ones of those who lost their life in the Spanish rail disaster. It's a sad day for rail, but rail is one of the safest means of travel, and they just left. Yeah, in Europe, it's one of the safest. Even everywhere in the world, it's one of the safest means of travel. And for accidents, their accidents are very limited, but when they come en masse. And so this one is, according to the report that we have so far, we had here, is I had about it earlier in the morning. Go ahead here. In the speed, the one of them left was derailed, went off the track, and went into another one that's coming, and he hit that one, and that one went back down on the embankment. So a lot of people were trapped. A lot of people died on the spot. A lot of people were trapped. So likely there have been more deaths and all that stuff. But to see that's what it's called. That's why it's called accident. So accidents will happen, like you said, rightly said. When things like this happen in Africa, especially in Nigeria, people jump onto social media and run the organization down. Not only the organization, they will run the government down. They say it's government, everything is government. Even they will not say government, they say it's Tinubu that led the thing. So you'll find that that challenging. That's the challenge we have. Accident happen. Yeah, even in environment and in states, in nations where things are done to the letter, accident will happen. But I just use the opportunity to just console all the people that lost their loved ones.
Accident happened. Viewers, you're hearing us talk today between the lines, 19th of January. Let's crop it up with the story of, it sounds like a good news to me. They say that Nigeria, European Union has removed Nigeria from the highest financial list after some reforms were done. Did you hear that? Did you follow that story? EU removing us from that. Yes, they said deleted from the high risk financial jurisdiction we were having before, citing improved anti-money laundering law, counter-terrorism financing controls. These are some of the factors that were laid out. And they also said that they tend to hope that from January 26th, the total removal of some countries. So this is the United European portal saying this. So that means we're doing something good financially. So I know you want to smile on this, Dr. Femi. Go ahead.
Yes, I told you, and I said it several times, that you have an astute accountant in the realm of affairs of Nigeria. I said it before. I don't know whether it's in a fora. I was having a discussion. I told the group, it was a group of young Nigerians in diaspora. So I was having a discussion with them. One of them was my son. It's my son who is into podcasting and all this stuff. So they were having a discussion on Nigeria and Egypt. And I said in there that they said, are you a Tinubu person? I said, it's not about Tinubu person. I said, look at Nigerian economy is like a sick guy that's been given paracetamol, ibuprofen, and cocodamol by different governments. But this government, you know what? I'm not giving paracetamol. I'm not giving cocodamol or ibuprofen. I am taking you to surgery. Surgery will heal you permanently and will heal you for a long time, but it will hurt, it will be painful, but when you heal, you will heal better. And that is where we're seeing now. Now the healing process is beginning to come. Investors are beginning to see this. And I also said in there, I was also discussing with this group of people, and I said, look at 30 years ago, there was nothing called Lekki. There was no Lekki. So some people's vision was what Lekki is today. And Lekki is the hub of dirty December. We brought in so much into the Nigerian economy and transformed this landscape of tourism from everywhere place. Nigeria is now the destination. And what we're talking about is that when government creates a neighboring environment, economy begin to develop. And that's what you begin to see. Europeans are beginning to buy into the new Nigeria that we talk about. In Nigeria, investors, these are not just mere investors. These are astute investors. They are seeing the reform and they are beginning to buy into it.
Buy into it. Wow, nice. Okay, so viewers, that's it there. European Union has acknowledged that Nigeria and some other countries have strengthened their financial base, and now they're removing us from all the high risk financial reform plans that was there before. Now it's time to go. Thank you. You have anything to say to add what you've done, to what you've said?
Yes, I just want to congratulate the Senegalese national team for Senegalese national team for standing up for truth, for standing up for being Africans, because sometimes things need to be done. Although why I do not support the fact walking off the pitch, but I saw the reason why they have to do that, because if they have not done that, the Moroccans will have slapped them in the face and taken the cup, and nothing will happen. It will be on record they've done that. But they stood up, and you know what? Justice was served. So I congratulate the Senegalese all over the world for bringing integrity to African football, and also for standing up that Africans are no pushovers. Exactly, Black Africans are no pushovers. So what they did was to stand up to bullying, to stand up to start for their right, and it was justified. The best team won the AFCON.
The best team won the AFCON. Congratulations to Senegal once again. Thank you very much, Dr. Olufemi. It's such a pleasure having you, and the insights, your opinions, into the stories. So we have to go. This is it. What we're trying to do is build a network from the Nigerian point of being in diaspora to the world, and gradually it's going well with Dr. Femi around. Trust me, the mission will be accomplished. So till we come again, thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yes. Bye bye. Bye bye.